I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
All right, y'all, we're here. We're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked, and you know exactly what you got to do. We're not wasting any time today, so like this video, share this video, go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the little red bell. That way you know when content's out. That's the most important part. Go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Y'all know what night it is. It's another MMA edition of Buster Unmasked. We all know Leon Kellum, or as we know him, Jet Hero, back on June 28th, had his first MMA fight in 13 years in Jackson, Tennessee. We're not only going to talk to Leon about that fight, to the thanks of, first of all, let me go on and thank Knuckle Sandwich Productions, Knuckle Sandwich the podcast, and the Knuckle Sandwich YouTube channel for allowing us the rights to show this video for each and every one of you guys. It's a really cool thing. We're going to show Leon's actual fight, and then once that's over, we're coming back live and we are going to talk to Leon and his coach. We're going to get their reactions of the fight, how it played out, what went down, and what's next for Leon Kellum in the MMA world. But before we do that, y'all know I got to promote these upcoming podcasts. So let's do that, and then we'll get this thing underway.
You don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me, cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet under.
I'm ostracized and traumatized by everything I'm not. Alright, I'm lost inside, and anything I say you better listen up closely. Mostly, I'm the one and only. Bring it home slowly, hand your boy the trophy. Patience is holy moly. I got him hating on me like Michael hates Toby. Force like I'm Obi, you know the one Kenobi. Force fed baloney by phonies. Just wanna rule the world, call me Mr. Steel Girl. Easy gave me the referral, now he's worried about a jail. Yeah, coming out strong, I've been here for a long time. Started off online, finish off all time. They can call me crazy cause I rap like I got rabies. I'm confident, not lazy, and I'm dominating lately. She want me like some pastries, I'ma give it to these ladies like I'm Hefner in my 80s. Still I'm pushing up daisies.
Don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me, cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet. Don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me, cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet
I can taste it, I'm fading. Why am I still waiting? What are y'all debating? It's really irritating. You hear what I'm saying? Fear got him shaking. You won't ever find a fucker like me in the making. Bite me and you'll break him. Your teeth will be vacant. I don't need to be patient, man. I breed entertainment from the streets, not the basement. Oh, see, I've been baking like your mama's casserole. She makes me. I turn on the radio when you hear some shit. Your throat all slit if you don't post this, and I won't be missed. Hell no, I'm pissed. I'm the only rapper in this game worth shit. I go it on my own, don't need nobody's help. I do it all alone, I'ma do it by myself. All these lyrics on my own, you won't put me on the shelf. Every punch that I throw, I can send your ass to hell. Better run, bitch, down
with me. Don't wanna test your luck with
No,
me.
you don't wanna fuck with
Cause if you try to fuck with me,
That's right.
I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet. Don't wanna fuck with me.
All right, y'all, you seen it right there. Got a lot of cool podcasts coming up. You know you need to check each and every one of them out. Right now, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get the Hub City villain and his coach, Mr. Wayne King Sr. oh, Lord, I just blanked. We're going to do that over. We're going to do that over, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now, we're going to bring on the Hub City villain, Leon Kellum, and the founder of War Kings MMA, Mr. Wayne King Sr.
What's up, man?
Guys, sorry about that, guys. It's been a day for me, man. It's been a day already.
You're good, man. You're good.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is.
So look, guys, big fight back on June 28th, man. First fight in 13 years, Leon, so we don't want to really get into any nuts and bolts, but just talk to me just for a second about the lead up, the day of the fight, man.
Man, everything went pretty good, man. Honestly, it was just more nerves stacked on the day of than leading up to the fight. Everything went well. I felt great, even the weigh-in. Everything, but the day that I woke up, that's when it really just set in. Hey, it's time to go get locked in the cage with a kid that's fucking 12 years younger than you and been active in the past. You know, he's had a few of them now, so he's active. I haven't been active in 13 years, so it really set in the day of really hard, you know what I'm saying? So it was like really a lot of emotions the day of.
Right, I can see that, man. It's got to be big, man. I mean, the nerves is always there, whether it's wrestling, whether it's MMA. I would assume any athlete, any pro athlete, any collegiate athlete, anytime something's big coming up, the nerves should be there. But, man, take me through the difference, man, because I used to have a big issue. When I first started wrestling, man, I had a big issue with stage frights, what I call it. Them nerves go to messing with you, and you start second-guessing yourself. How was that day when you woke up? Talk to us about the difference in the night before and the day of, and that level of nerves you were feeling at that time, Leon.
Man, I actually went to sleep good. I honestly thought that I would stay up all night and not get no rest, and I ended up sleeping really well. Woke up that morning. We even got down there. Me and him got down there, and it was good, man. And just all of a sudden, it was like a slap in the face with the nerves, man. Once the people started filling in. I don't know if you've seen the picture that I posted. Dude, it was packed in that place, man. Was there even a total of?
I don't know exactly.
Wasn't
Yeah, it was packed, man. I seen some behind the audience shots shooting up towards the cage from behind the audience. I mean, guesstimation, what, 800 people probably at least?
Yeah, easy.
You know?
Easy.
Yeah. And so let me ask you this, man. The thing about me and my nerves, I'd be super nervous until I got where I was going. I got my gear on and everything. And that's when I kind of started mellowing out. What's your routine, man? How do you control them nerves when they're that bad?
Man, the main thing is that they had, I guess, working the pads, because once I started actually working the pads and stuff in the back and stuff, getting ready, because you know, I didn't want to overexert it, but we still got to warm up. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that really, once we started doing that, that's what really just got me in that mode to move and make sure that I don't sit there like a sitting duck for a kid to, you know what I'm saying, knock me out. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a little bit of pre-fight where just a snid bit of you in the cage, man. I mean, when I say a snid bit, I want to say it's probably 60 seconds maybe
Yeah.
before the fight, kind of just filling it out and warming up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That like I said, when I would get there and get my gear on, that's when the nerves would start. They'd still be there, but that's when I'd start pushing them down. And I'd start mellowing out for the night. And nerves are an issue, man. I don't think people realize that. You can get too nervous, man. In wrestling, you get too nervous, it blows you up in the ring. You can be in the best shape in the world. You get too anxious, you'll immediately blow up. In the cage, man, talk to me about that aspect.
When he said, "Fighter, are you ready?" And I said yes, and he asked him, and we touched hands, man. The first fucking 10 seconds of grappling and I'm holding on to him, I didn't breathe at all, man. The nerves was like, grab a hold of this kid, fucking get his ass down. And the whole time I didn't breathe, and that was a big no. You know what I'm saying? And then once I was down there, I was like, oh shit, breathe, kid, breathe. So I'm trying to like, oh shit, like recuperate for not breathing for 10 to 20 seconds of grappling this kid. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that, you know, in the sense that when you go in there, you're like, how strong is he really? You know what I'm saying? I'm 36, he's 24. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He hit in the gym and shit. I know this kid. I watched it. I studied him. I looked at his profile. He's a gym, you know what I'm saying, kid that goes there regularly. So that was I don't go regularly like that. You know what I'm saying? I dropped 36 pounds to catch weight. So I didn't know that all was striking my mind too. Is like, get a hold of them. Let's see if you could put them down. And when I did put him down, that was the relief that I needed. But by then, I was already holding my breath for, like I said, 10, 20 seconds, man. We scuffled there for a second. And like I said, when I came up to my feet and we were kneeing each other, that was when I was breathing, actually.
Right.
Believe it or not. I mean, he kneed me, but it didn't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I was breathing at that time. So, he didn't have nothing to knock out of me, you know what I'm saying? So he kneed me a couple times, and I was like, man, I need him back. And you could tell that when I need him, he picks his leg up, you know what I'm saying? That's indication that, that knee touched him a little bit good, you know, that he didn't want that again. So, I struck, man, and I stayed to the game plan. I overexerted the thought process of it, I think, and it costed me because it winded me, and I got a bad habit of, you know what I'm saying, once I'm a little winded, I'll lean on somebody, you know what I'm saying, and I'll get into like a bad habit of leaning incorrectly, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's survival mode, man. When you can't breathe, I don't care how big you are, how strong you normally are. Once you can't breathe, you're done. It's over, man. If you can't get that second wind, and wrestling's the same way, holding your breath, man.
Yep.
Remembering to breathe out there, man. You're running spots, and you young guys, I used to do the same thing. You done spent a minute and a half running spots, and you've held your breath the whole time. And when you're done, you're blown up already, and the matches.
You're done. Like, fucking match is only 2 minutes in, and you're fucking done. Like, okay, well, we're calling it early. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, it was so that was a big factor that I did. And then when we got up and stood up and I started hitting him, when you can even hear him yell reset, and that's just something that we've practiced, like what we do in practice. When we reset, you can see me try to take that deep breath and reset, and then that's when I locked into the 1-2. You know what I'm saying? He hit me. I fucking threw the overhand right, and then
Yeah, hey, don't tell them too much, man. We finna show them this fight.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
tell them the whole story yet, Leon.
so it's that was at the moment that I knew that I knew that if I in a sense, and I'm not going to make an excuse, but sometimes, man, I think maybe if I would have known, like, they didn't have no clocks up either. That was a big thing I noticed, that we didn't have no clocks around, and if I would have known there was like 30 seconds, I probably wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying, leaned on them like that. Once I hit them with the 1-2, I would have just got away and took, you know, that 15, 20 seconds to circle them and breathe and gain my composure, you know what I'm saying? So that plays a big factor. And, you know, like I told him, that we wouldn't allow that regardless. Next time we'll be a little prepared on our end, and that, you know, that we'll have our own time watch, and we'll know once it gets close, you know what I'm saying? And even if we're a little seconds off, sometimes you get that second win when you know you only got 30 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? So that plays a big factor, man. So, you know, and plus
13 years since you've been in the cage, man. That's a long time to be away.
Yeah, overthinking it is a big factor, man. But, you know, I think it opened up my mind a lot to know that, you know, I stood there and I struck at him and I hit him, and he hit me, and, you know, I didn't go down. So
he's a big kid, man. I'll be honest with you. He's a big guy. We're gonna actually show the face off too, so it kind of may give everybody a little measuring stick to see that this is a young kid. He's a big kid, got a big frame, man. I mean, and that age, man, that age different, man. I mean, it plays. There's no way it can't play a factor in the situation.
These kids
man.
don't give no shits.
You know? So look, before we get to the actual fight, I want to talk to Wayne for a second, because I noticed something Friday. I seen Wayne making some posts. Your son, Wayne, actually fought this past Friday. Won't you tell us a little bit about your son and the fight and how it played out, dude?
Yeah, I have a 15-year-old son that's been doing jiu-jitsu for about, 7 years now. And he's been with the team ever since I started, and he's done some grappling tournaments. And we had a tournament down in Crossville, Tennessee this weekend, Friday. He went against an 18-year-old. Like I said, my son, he's a gray belt. I don't know if you know any of the belts for jiu-jitsu. It goes white, gray, yellow, and so on. And my son's a gray. Well, he fought he wrestled grappled an 18-year-old white belt, and he dominated this kid. Well, then he stepped up a weight class, and he grappled a 155-pound yellow belt. And my son absolutely destroyed this kid for the first 5 minutes of their match. After the first 5 minutes, they said, well, we're going to do a 2-minute overtime. Went to a 2-minute overtime. My son, for the first minute and a half, threw up an arm bar. I thought he was going to break this kid's arm. He had it in deep. The kid got out. For the last 30 seconds, the kid held my son, just grabbed a hold of him, and they gave the win to that other kid. It's disappointing, but like I said, we understand you can't leave it in the hands of the judges. But like I said, he did great. My son, like I said, he's been in it for a while. He loves doing this stuff, and we're going to do it again.
How many grappling matches, fights, or whatever has he actually had?
Well, back in the day when he first started, we went to NAGA tournaments in Kentucky, Nashville, all over. And his record is 79 wins with 9 losses.
That's good, man.
And then once he started here now with War King, he is actually 2-1 now. But yeah, he loves it. He absolutely loves training with the guys. The guys absolutely love him. So
yeah, I kick his ass sometimes, you know.
You be watching out another 2 years. You be back in there with him. There'll be a 15-year difference, Jet. 20-year difference, man.
Yeah, if he had the strength, man, that boy's gonna be dangerous. Once he gets that man strength, dude, it's gonna be he's gonna be a problem.
But yeah, he'll do it again. Like I said, I'll let you know, and like I said, we'll have to have him on your show one time and talk to him about it.
Absolutely, man. Anytime your guys have a fight and you want to get them on, get with me and we'll figure out a spot. We'll make a spot. Even
All
if we
right,
got to
man,
do
appreciate
2
it.
podcasts in one night, we'll make it happen. I actually got one of my best friends, his son, it's been about 5 years since he competed now, but his son, Seth Moneymaker, used to go do Naga tournaments all the time. I actually went to West Memphis and watched one. Loved it, man. Loved watching these guys grapple, man. This kid was, at this time, he was probably 13 years old, man, and was, man, just out there winning fights against guys that were older than him. You know, I love the Naga. I love grappling, period. I'm going to be honest with you, and jiu-jitsu. I love both of them. My dad and uncles were actually Golden Gloves boxers back in the 50s and 60s. I know a little bit about boxing, but not really a lot, man. I went the wrestling way, but I've always loved grappling, loved jiu-jitsu. I didn't know what it was when the UFC first come out, but man, once it come out and you kind of seen jiu-jitsu come along, because a lot of pro wrestling's catch wrestling. I mean, there's a lot of pro wrestling that is, I would say, was taken from jiu-jitsu, certain sugar holds and stuff that,
definitely, yes. A lot
you
of
know.
different things, yep.
Well, talk to me about this, Wayne, and then we're going to watch this face-off, and then we're going to get into the fight. Talk to me about how it feels seeing your son in there competing like that, man.
Man, it's great. Like I said, I enjoy it a lot, especially like I said, he did his in one of his first matches, he was on top of the guy doing his thing, and I was yelling at him to stay calm and set him up, and he looked at me, gave me a thumbs up, and smiled right there during the match, and I just shook my head and started smiling. I was like, boy, let's do this. And as soon as he gave me that thumbs up, he baited the kid and choked him out.
Man, that's really cool, man. It's got to be cool to see your son out there doing that, kind of following in your footsteps. Look, guys, we got Mark McGee with us. Mark says, good evening, brothers. What's up, Mark? Glad you're with us. Chance is with us. 2 of the guys that help support Buster Unmasked and anything I do more than anybody else. Glad you guys are with us. Leon, are we going? You ready to check this face-off out?
Yeah, bro. You already know.
Let's check this face-off out, and I want to talk to you about this face-off a little bit before we actually go into the fight. Talk to both of you guys about it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. All right, I'll start with Leon. Leon, Hub City Villain is the nickname, man, and it looks like you're coming into Hub City tomorrow night to set some fireworks off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, a lot of people said I was the villain in the city, and well, Saturday night I make more people hate me than I would. Sorry about your luck, buddy.
Leon, Kellum, ladies and gentlemen. Rocky, we saw you back in January, late notice kickboxing match over Black Tie. Didn't go your way, but you seem like you created this confidence moving into this fight. Talk to me a little bit about camp and what can we expect tomorrow?
Good. I worked on cardio a lot. About it. I guarantee a dub. My life on it.
I love it. Rocky, ladies and gentlemen.
Cameron Rocky Size taking on Leon, the Hub City Villain, Kellum.
Leon,
Yeah,
I see them promo skills is coming out, man, in the MMA face off, man. So
look, man, it was hard for me to hold back because they were like, "Don't do that shit here, bro. We don't do that shit." Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie. This was probably the hardest. Man, it was the hardest thing I've ever done was to hold back and not talk shit because I found some funny shit that I could have made up some memes about him and me fighting and shit and like built it up. But in that world, in the same sense, sometimes the first go around, they got to get a feel of who you are and what you do. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Sometimes if you do that right off the rip, that makes people feel a certain types of way.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So now they kind of, understand that, we have the respect is there, but now, I'm going to have to, waver over a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't always be fucking that clean and cut. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to get at it,
Yeah, man. Talk to me about when you guys got face to face, eye to eye. Talk to me about looking in this man's eyes, man, knowing tomorrow night you were going to be locked in the cage. You guys were going to be scrapping it out.
Well, the whole time when I don't know what he was thinking in his head, but the whole time I was just gaining, judging distance. You know what I'm saying? How fucking close I had to be in to hit him with the 1-2. You know what I'm saying? And if you look, and when we watch the video, you'll see the 1-2. So it actually paid off for us to do the face off because it gave me where I felt like I needed to be to hit the 1-2 right on the chin, which I did, and so that paid off. But standing there, knowing like this is the kid, you know what I'm saying? And he was taller than me, you know what I'm saying, in more shape than I am, you know what I'm saying? When I lost 36 pounds, I lost a lot of fat, you know what I'm saying? Like I was unhealthy, you know what I'm saying, 206 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Eating half sheets of brownies and cookies and, you know, bowls of cereal. So what I lost to get where I am now, you know what I'm saying, didn't leave me much muscle tone or, you know what I'm saying, anything. So now this is the part where I start shaping up to, you know what I'm saying, where I want to be and where I want to sit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm ever going to ever cross that line of being over 200 again. I want to be on the 185 range, but I want to be, you know what I'm saying, big. You know what I'm saying? So that is a big focus for me right now is getting in the gym and making sure that I start packing on the muscle and getting my strength back at this weight and being focused at this weight. So if the opportunity arises again for me to do this again, I'll know where I go. And even if I gain a little bit of weight putting on a muscle, you know what I'm saying, when I actually do cut weight down to 170, you know what I'm saying, I'll be big like these mother. You see the boy, you know what I'm saying? Like he cut water weight, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So he cut water weight and he probably gained hella weight back, you know what I'm saying? So I had to cut a lot of fat weight off of me. So I didn't get the opportunity to do the watershed part, you know what I'm saying, and gain water back. So, you know, I came in the fight at 178, I think, 179, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't gain but a couple pounds back, you know what I'm saying? So that's
that kid's got a big frame too, man.
Dude, he's a big 175, man. I'm a small 175. That lets you know you know that people see once we're standing there, you know what I'm saying, after the fight, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of tell like I'm on the smaller end of 175, which I probably should be fighting at, you know what I'm saying, a little. I feel like I should be fighting at a little bit of a smaller weight class, you know what I'm saying, so I could be big in that weight class and not be small in the weight class I'm in.
Right. Mark McGee says, looked like he was at least a foot taller than you. What was the height difference between you guys?
Man, I think he was like 6'2", wasn't he?
Yeah, 6'2". And you're 6'2".
And I'm like 5'11".
Oh, so it's just 3 inches.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, the kid's wide too, though. He had a wide shoulder to shoulder base too.
And, you know, and you got to think, you got to count fighting stance too. Whenever I fight, I'm already I kind of hunker down a little bit. You know what I'm saying, lower than most guys, so it makes me look really short compared to him. Like when we're actually in there fighting, you'll see how he's up high. You know what I'm saying, but I'm down low. You know what I'm saying, so it's definitely two different fighting styles, and you'll kind of see. It does make him look tall as fuck and big, you know what I'm saying? But that's also, you know, what I'm thinking, you know, I'm walking around at 185 right now. So I think I want to stay around 185. And if I do it again, drop down to 155, you know what I'm saying, is what I think I would feel comfortable at. So.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this, Wayne. I know when guys face off, everybody's putting their game face on. Was there anything that you noticed or jumped out at you when these two guys faced off? Either way, whether it was something that Leon might need to watch for or do different, or did you see any weaknesses in this kid at all?
No, like I said, we watched the video on him, and like I said, he's good all around. Like I said, he's young, so there is improvement on his part. But, man, for Leon's first opponent, it was great. Like I said, he looked composed. Leon looked actually composed too. I was afraid Leon was going to look a little nervous, but Leon looked great. Like I said, he did his thing. So, I mean, it was exciting. I knew it was going to be tough, and he was going to be bigger. And like I said, Leon's stance is a little more compact. This guy stands up a little more. So, I knew it was going to be a tough challenge for Leon to touch this kid, but Leon judged his distance, and you'll see in the video he put it to this kid. Like I said, he was winning. He knew he did it wrong. He was winning until he ducked his head right at the end.
Yeah, man, I thought Leon looked good, man. I was a little nervous about how nervous you might be stepping in the cage after 13 years, this young kid. But I really, man, I was impressed with you, Leon. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the first thing when I watched the fight, I thought, well, damn, man, Leon was doing really good, man, until the finish, pretty much.
It was a close round. Like I said, it could have been either or. Like I said, Leon knows what he did. His mistakes. We talked about it. It's correctable. Like I said, and let's get back in there and do it again.
Well, guys, we're fixing to check this fight out. Leon, before we do, promote the hell out of War King MMA, Kobra Combat, and especially Knuckle Sandwich Productions for allowing us to be able to actually show this footage, man.
Yeah, man. Brandon is he actually helped set up some of the fights, don't he?
He actually is the matchmaker.
Yeah,
Brandon.
he's like the
Really?
matchmaker.
Yeah, he's the matchmaker for Hub City.
Brandon linked with Hub City MMA, man, and they've been linked up for a couple of shows now, and
for about a year
now. He's been doing it, man. He was actually at the fights in Nashville, because not only does Brandon do Hub City MMA, he does a lot of local MMA, man.
He does a lot of local promotions.
Man, he hits these local promotions, and he's trying to put people on, man. They're like, you don't find many podcasters that is taking their time out to get out there and find these local guys that haven't made it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, these guys haven't hit that, but they're in that stage of getting there, you know, and he's giving them the opportunity to be heard by his listeners. So, man, anybody that's watching this, go over to the Knuckle Sandwich podcast with Brandon Anderson. Yep. Brandon, yeah, because he uses, I think that's the whole title too, like on there is Knuckle Sandwich podcast with Brandon Anderson. And man, y'all give him a follow, man, because he's hitting the scene and trying to help people, kind of like what you do, man. You know, you get all these guys on your podcast, you give them a platform to talk and be heard by your people and stuff that are tuning into you, and you have hundreds of viewers like that. That can be a little to a lot of people, but realistically, you don't get followers without doing this type of stuff, man. And what you're doing and what he's doing, man, that helps out guys that don't have this type of platform, you know. So y'all get over there to the Knuckle Sandwich podcast. Y'all make sure y'all follow him, give him a subscribe on fucking YouTube. Shout out to War King for, you know what I'm saying, being there when I was like, put me in, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ryan Collins, you know what I'm saying, for with the Hub City MMA for, you know what I'm saying, allowing me to come in and letting this old guy get in there, feel young again, you know. And man, shout out to all the sponsors, the Tattoo Station. I'm gonna get to him last because that was a big part of this. Is the sponsor is Tattoo Station. We can do it. Remodeling, Live Genuine Clothing, Farazi's Bullies, PKAW, man, all the brands that are under me and stuff, man, they all play a part to this because there's a lot of people from all over, man, from the wrestling world, my friends, you know what I'm saying, my family, everybody tuned in to watch this, man, and it was dope to know that I could step away from the wrestling world and the tattoo world and ask people to support me into something that I haven't done in so long, you know what I'm saying, and not been active with, and people still genuinely, you know, saying care to tune into that and buy tickets. The tickets for $35 and $40, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bought VIP tickets. They were even more, you know. So, man, that all shows dedication to the following that I have, man, and I can't be more blessed, man. And the last man I want to say is Kobra at Kobra Fitness and MMA Combat. Man, dude, he has been a big part to this, allowing us to come in and use his gym and being there, teaching me the rights and the wrongs, because I had a lot of wrongs, man, that they had to beat out of me before, you know, so I could get it right. And I'm not 100% there. Maybe I wish I would have, you know, started training maybe a little, like a year before I took on the fight. That would have just brushed me up. Then it would have gave me the 3-month camp that I needed. That would have been probably the ideal thing to do, you know what I'm saying? But for Kobra to look at us day one and be like, what in the hell did you just bring into my gym? And to be, you know, he was there the day of the fight, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, stick to the game plan and do what we shot for, and we did, you know what I'm saying? I personally, you know what I'm saying, and screwed that one up, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's fault but mine, and you know, I gave that win to him. I even went back to him after it, and I was like, that was cool. You got the win, but I'll see you again, motherfucker. I was like, that it ain't over.
And that right there is why, that's why motherfuckers love you, Jet. Yeah. That right there. I'll be honest with you, I wanted you to win, but I don't really care one bit. The fact of the matter is,
I didn't really care about the win.
Here's the thing. You had the guts to go in there and fucking try. That's all that mattered to me. A lot of guys talk a lot of shit, and there's a lot of fake in the world today.
Yeah.
And the one thing I know, Leon Kellum's not fake. That's what makes people love you, dude. There's a lot of guys that would have talked a lot of shit and then backed out before they even got a fight signed. When they figured out there was a chance they was going to have to step in the cage. Here's the thing. I think most of the time it takes more guts to actually step through that door than it does once you get in there and that door is shut, because then it's a fight. It's just like anywhere else. You was out on the street and someone punched you in the face. You're either going to run or you're going to fight. One of the two. Yeah. So it takes more guts to jump in there, I think, than it does to actually fight once the door is closed. And that's why everybody loves you, man. I'm telling you, you're a natural baby face. You want to be the villain, but you're a natural baby face. You're hard to not like, Leon. People want to like you. Look, Jake Hudson's with us. Jake's liked and shared. I appreciate it, Jake. And man, Knuckle Sandwich MMA. I have been checking out some of Brandon's stuff. I love it, man. I love it. And I thought the same thing you did when I seen what he was doing with these young guys. I thought, man, me and him are kind of on a parallel thing in just two different sports almost, you know. But he's great, man. His attitude, he's funny, he's witty, he's knowledgeable. I've been checking out a lot of their stuff, and I love it, man. I subscribed across the board to all the Knuckle Sandwich stuff. I went to the page, to the YouTube channel, all that stuff, man. And it's really cool. And I want to thank Brandon myself for letting us show this fight that we're fixing to show right now, guys. We're gonna show this fight, and then we're gonna come back, and I want to talk to the coach first.
For the official introductions, we're going to bring over Richard for those official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the open contest of Hub City MMA Fight Night 10 is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds of MMA action. When the action begins, the man in charge, referee Tyler Martin. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 174 pounds, from Dyersburg, Tennessee, representing Dogwood MMA, Cameron Rocky Sides. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 175 pounds, from Jackson, Tennessee, representing War King MMA, the Hub City villain, Leon Kellum.
Expect fireworks from these guys. They both agree they're going to touch them up. And ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fight Night X is underway. Cameron sides, Leon Kellum. Little shifty in Leon and immediately shoots for the takedown on Cameron. Doing a very nice job of stuffing it. But a good takedown from Leon. This is not what I expected at all from a guy that's 0-0 and hasn't been really training much up to the point of accepting the fight. But passes in the mount already.
Wall walk, push his head away, Cam. Wall walk down. Cam, wall walk, wall walk. Up, Cam. Up that head.
Cameron makes his way up, back to standing, doing a good job of wrist control, and a big knee to the body from both guys.
Use your knee to break the grip.
Bunch of big knees from Cameron sides, and now joining me for the first time, Jared the Juggernaut Travis. Jared, first fight of Fight Night X officially underway.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
So already a lot of pressure from Leon. Not exactly what I was expecting. I didn't expect the wrestling, to be honest. I expected this to kind of be a firefight off the rip, but I think he knows that Rocky has really good striking, and this is what he's going for. He's trying to minimize that as much as possible.
Rocky's a big, powerful guy. I've seen him, I think, he kickboxed at 185 before, so what's this, a catch weight, 175?
175.
Yeah, so. Looks like Rocky's locking up an anaconda.
Yeah.
Rocky needs to roll to that right side once he gets it locked.
Stepping over, going ahead and trying to take the back.
Going for a spiral rod position, hip to hip. Can't jump the back, though. Cannot do that.
But he gets back on top.
There we go.
He's got the hooks in.
Leon's trying to shuck him off. Everybody's doing everything right now, so that's nice. Nice to see. Leon needs to try to tripod up. I'd like to see Cameron abandon this, though. Honestly, he's too high.
It looks like he's going for that submission. You can hear his corner, John Perez for Cameron sides, yelling, punches, punches, Cam. Do some damage. All right, we're back to the feet. But it looks like Leon may be already gasping for some air. Big shots from both men.
Oh, he's got a high elbow guillotine right there.
Oh, that looks tight.
High elbow guillotine
looks tight.
is tough to get out of, too.
He tapped
him.
Cameron's Rocky side.
Leon, man, pressure from the start, man. You put the pressure on him from the start, dude, and you kept it on him. I thought it was a good fight, man. Before we talk to you about it, I want to talk to Wayne. Wayne, here's the thing. Nobody could see y'all down in the weight room while we was watching that fight, but I could. And I could see you coaching Leon while y'all were watching this. So talk to me about what you just told Leon, what you seen, man.
Man, like I said, we were just talking. He did exactly everything I was yelling at him in the corner. When he got in the bad spot, like I said, he's throwing his knees. I was telling him, throw the knee. I tried to get him to go for a single leg right there, but he was pounding the knees. When he got his back taken to tripod to get out, I mean, he did everything correctly. It's just like I said, right there at that end when we were talking about it, he threw that those couple combinations of that 1-2, and then he ducked his head right there. And we were just talking about it. Like I said, he should have reset. You know, if we would have known more of the time, like I said, if I know more of the time, if I can see a time what I usually have, I'll let him know. Short time, 30 seconds, blah, blah.
Right.
I didn't know the time
because
was
they
right
give
there.
you the 10-second mark, but
they give you the 10-second clap, but they don't, like I said, but he did great. Like I said, I was impressed. Like I said, the other coaches, he stuck to the game plan. He wanted to get him down. He got him down. He threw his knees. Like I said, he hit him with the combos. He did great. Like I said, he just, that one little mistake could cost you the fight. Yeah. Like I said, we knew what happened. He knows what happened, knows he did wrong. He ate himself up for a couple days after that. Like I
didn't even leave my house, bro.
I could barely talk to him. I talked to him and he was feeling bad. But like I said, that's the way the fight world is. I was impressed. There's nothing to be ashamed of. He did great, man. He did great.
And I was too, man, because I'd never seen Leon fight. You know, I was never seen any of his fights that he's had. And I thought you looked good out there, Leon. I thought. Here's my question. The one thing I seen, and we talked about it at the start, gassing. When you two guys split apart, you could immediately tell when the announcer said you look gassed. That's the first thing I seen too, man. How big a factor do you think that was in actually getting caught with that guillotine? Because I feel like if you hadn't been as gassed.
I mean, yeah, because you know, in the sense when once you start losing the breath, you start getting a little careless. You know what I'm saying? So in practice, man, main thing that we stuck to when we gave the 1-2 or we did a combo is that we backed out and we got away. We got back our composure. And as you can see, I hit him with the 1-2. He hit me. I threw another overhand right. But as I was already leaning, in my mind, I should have just hit him with the rights and pivoted out and got away from him. And, you know what I'm saying, high guard and like made sure that I just stayed away from him. But once I was in the motion of doing this, you know what I'm saying, I was already there. So I kind of triggered me into leaning because I was thinking in my head I could put him back down and you know what I'm saying, recover on the time that I spent up until when I was tripoding up and he was on my back. That's when I started breathing correctly. Believe it or not, a lot of people think, well, it looked like I was in danger because he was on my back, but I wasn't. Realistically, that's when I actually started controlling my breathing and I started taking my breaths. You know what I'm saying? And I think he felt it because the more I gained my breath back, the more strength that I got. And as you can see, I was grabbing a hold of him. I was fighting him. And then he gave up on it because I kept pushing them high. The higher they go, the easier that it is for them to fall off. And if they come off, then and they're not on their feet, I could capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I should have capitalized on them instead of letting them, you know what I'm saying, stand completely up. But in my mind was get away from them. And as I was backing up, you could hear them tell me to reset. And you could kind of see me do that where I reset, got ready, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my take that, expand my lungs, take that deep breath, start back breathing correctly, doing it correctly. Once I leaned in with the overhand right, he was already sensing what I was doing. And obviously, you know what I'm saying, it's a bad habit that I have because I've done it in previous fights, you know what I'm saying? So he probably watched a bunch of videos and they were like, you know what I'm saying, watch for this point, you know what I'm saying? Because once I hit him with the right and I leaned in over on him, he was already there. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take him long to wrench up. And as you can see, once he got close, backed up to you could see my feet come off. And I would say that I could have probably just let him put me to sleep, but then that son bitch would have probably dropped me on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like put me to sleep, let me go, dart in my face. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you know, he got me, and I knew that he already had it locked in. He had it all the way around. Like if I had my chin in a little bit, I could have fought him a little bit, but he already, once he placed the other hand and he pushed up, you know what I'm saying? That was, you know what I'm saying, that was him picking me up off the ground, and you could kind of see it in my feet that I come off the ground a little bit, and that's when I knew I probably had about 7 to 8 more seconds before I went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I better go ahead and tap.
Live to fight another day, man.
That's
Live to fight another. Let me ask you this: do you think if y'all would have never stood up, do you think you would have been able to get your breath back and stay alive longer in the fight? Because I feel like once y'all stood up, like you could immediately see. You said you had just kind of started breathing again, and you can always tell when someone's been holding their breath because they take big, massive, deep breaths. When you catch yourself holding your breath, you've done it so long that you're trying to suck all the air you can in. Do you think if y'all hadn't have got up, you think you could have changed the outcome?
And I even told him that night, I think realistically, and this is speaking real, and you know, I've hit people and I've hurt people, and you know what I'm saying, I've been in lots of fights, but I feel like if I would have believed in my hands a little more, so when I hit him with the 1-2, if you look at the left jab, I hit him clean on, man. And I feel like if I believed in my hands a little more, when I hit him with the 1-2 and the right, I would have just pivoted away from him, and we would have just still stand banging because no matter what, it was only a 3-minute fight. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you watch, if anybody went and checked out the kid and watched any of his fight, the whole time, the commentators, people, brother, in the back, everybody's saying that this kid hits hard. You know what I'm saying? So, that's placed off in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? So my believability of saying that I can stand toe to toe with a kid at 24 years old and bang on him and not worry about him hitting me and it hurting me, which he hit me and it didn't hurt me. So I think maybe if I would have played with him a little bit more at the beginning, striking wise.
That's what I was fixing to ask
you. Down at the end with what I did take him down with, it would have took the victory on the first round. You know what I'm saying? So it would have got me, you know what I'm saying, a good win on the first round. But then, you don't know where that's going to take you. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, because if he would have clipped me at the beginning of the fight and I didn't recover, you know what I'm saying? So man, there's so many what ifs that I sat in my house 3 days after this fight on a bunch of what ifs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it took me getting away. My dad actually was like, I didn't even come to work, man. I avoided work. I wasn't leaving. I just hung out with my baby. My fucking old lady went to work and shit. I legit robe and fucking pajamas, my boy, just contemplating the what ifs. What did I do wrong? What can I do better? And it all resulted to that I can't live on the what is and what can I do better is just improve and do better. So it took me a couple of days to take away if I would have done this, maybe it would have went differently. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I would have snatched him away from the cage and not try to walk up in the mount as quickly as I did, because
there's a million what ifs.
You know what I'm saying? Realistically, our training is to pull him away from the cage and walk up on mount. But I walked up on mount while he still had his back on the cage, so he was able to do the back wall walk. You know what I'm saying? He walked his ass right up out of my mount. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's a lot of what ifs, but like I said, that night I told him what I did wrong and I knew what I was going to improve on. And I went to the kid after all the fights happened. One of his guys knocked a guy out, and after that, I went up to him and I was like, you got the win, you know what I'm saying? But I'm coming back, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to take that because, right as we speak, I was 3-1 before I took this fight. Now they announced me as 0-0 because I've never fought at Hub City MMA, and plus after so many years of not being active in the cage, Tapology takes your record off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you're not active in the community, so I was 3-1, but being that I haven't been active in 13 years, that they took mine off of Tapology. So I'll go in probably I don't even know if they'll take what I had already pre-existing and add it to it. I don't know how that works, but if I go in as 0-1, I definitely have to go back and fight him again. So,
well, that's what I wanted to. I was headed there, this is a question for Wayne. Hindsight 2020. Now you've seen these two guys match up. You've seen the fight, how the first one played out. What does the game plan change if these guys fight again? Did you see something that you seen in the fight that now that, hey, maybe we should have started out like this? Or do you think that it basically boils down to Leon gassed himself out, hadn't been in the cage in 13 years, and do you feel like the same game plan would work if Leon had 6 more months to take this fight again and these dudes rematched up?
Yeah, we do the same game plan. Like I said, he was going with the game plan. Like I said, he just a few little tweaks, and like I said, some of the mistakes, just clean them up. And it would, like I said, if he would have stuck with it, and it was a great game plan. He did great. Like I say, we just got to clean up a little things and get him back to the gym, get his cardio up, and let's get at it again.
Yeah, that boy had a long wingspan too, man. In his intro, when he was in the cage and spread his arms out, man, he had a big wingspan, man.
Yeah,
long ass arms, long.
Ass.
Well, long ass like your arms seem like they're perfect for guillotines and shit, man.
Yeah, oh, it was, man. He wrapped around me good, bro. Like, and you know, and I'm gonna be real. I've been caught in that same move once other fight and shit, and it's a bad habit I have, and of leaning my head down because when I get in close, I want to do more of a dirty boxing style. You know what I'm saying? My hands are a little differently when we're closer like that. So, and it's a bad habit because realistically, that shit gets you fucking caught in a guillotine. And now I took a loss over a rookie move. You know what I'm saying? White belts learn that move. You know what I'm saying? White belts get caught by that move. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where we're at with it. You know, so we go back to the drawing board and we adjust what I did there and not happen again.
Well, even the announcers, I think everybody kind of expected you guys to come out and start throwing shots at each other.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the announcers said it in the fight, man. They kind of expected more of a firefight at the beginning. I mean, you kind of touched on it a few seconds ago, but do you think that if you would have thrown a few shots at the beginning of the fight that you might could have changed the outcome? How hard did this kid hit you is what I want to know. How hard when he did connect?
Man, it didn't really even faze me, man. My jab moved him more than his right hand moved me. So that, like I said, man, that did play a big factor because one thing about it is that not only did I have to listen to the commentators say this, we actually trained with the guy that fought him, you know what I'm saying? And all of them are saying it too, you know what I'm saying? So you're hearing them say it while you're training with these guys, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, you know, being cautious, you know what I'm saying? You got to be cautious, you know what I'm saying? Because I could have went in there and fucked up and got caught, you know what I'm saying? But with them packing that in me, it made me a little more cautious. But just being 36 years old, not knowing if I could take a fucking punch from a kid, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, he hit me pretty good and straight on, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it was just in the motion. I didn't even know. All I did was kept pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? That's all I knew to do was keep pushing forward. And like I said, man, we worked on leg kicks so much and I didn't even do one fucking leg kick, bro. You know how many times they hurt my shins to prepare my fucking shins to be this? You know how many times that Coach Kobra came over and kicked my leg? You know, they was kicking me 25 times in one leg. You know what I'm saying? 25 times in one leg before I leave. You know what I'm saying? Constantly in the same spot just to build my legs up to get to a point where if this kid kicked me or I kicked him, I didn't damage myself. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get to none of that. So I do think that next time, you know, like the commentators say, that they're going to see a little more fireworks. And you know what I'm saying? That's just a game we're going to have to fucking play because I think maybe, you know, I could have. I'm not saying I'm like super dangerous, but from the first week that I was in there and I didn't really have any boxing skills at all to me actually having head movement and moving and getting 1, 2 and you know what I'm saying, and these fucking 3, 4s in and shit, that actually made me feel better. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel more comfortable knowing that I actually got some shot offs on this kid and I wasn't slow. You know what I'm saying? That's the big thing is how fast am I going to be able to hit the kid? You know what I'm saying? Are my shots that I'm throwing out there going to be fast enough to hit? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's, you know, that much younger than me, that's moving faster than me. But obviously, you know what I'm saying? I hit him right on the button. So that does put a lot of things in my head. Like, damn, you should have done a little more stand up. You know what I'm saying? Played around with them and saved that grappling because maybe I wouldn't have held my breath. You know what I'm saying? So
right, you got in on him easy though. I felt like you got in on him, got the leg easy. I actually felt like you got him down pretty easy, man. And when I seen that, that's when I thought, oh shit, man. I was all into it, dude. I'll be honest with you. I was right there with you, man. I was thinking, go Leon. And even the head moving and the moving at the first, I thought you looked good too because I didn't expect that. I honestly, I didn't know how crisp you would be I thought you looked a lot better than in the back of my head. I thought you might look because
Yeah,
I mean
think
it
I looked a lot better than I thought it would too.
Well, no, honestly, you look like a fighter, dude. Here's the thing: you didn't look like a fucking pro wrestler stepping into a cage and getting that door shut and then realizing, oh shit, I'm in a whole different world now. You look like a fighter.
I didn't see him punk it. Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a fighter, man, and that impressed the hell out of me. Wayne, let me ask you this: what do you want? What do you want to happen in Leon's future, man? Do you want him to get a rematch somewhere down the line with this kid, or do you got another opponent somewhere down the line that you guys are kind of eyeing? Are you even going to fight anymore, Leon?
That's the question. I've asked him that too. If he wants to do it again, he hasn't given me no answer yet.
This is where I'm at with it. Ryan came to me afterwards and was like, anytime you want to come back, I'm saying you're more than welcome. And I told him that if I did something that I like for it to be something that could build it up. You know what I'm saying? Like more than just because I look at it like if I'm going to do it again, you know what I'm saying, it's only to try to help build my following, you know what I'm saying, help bring people to me, you know what I'm saying. So man, I think if this is being real, there's a couple tattoo shops here in Jackson, you know what I'm saying. So I think if maybe somebody from the tattoo world wanted to step in the cage at the next Hub City MMA fight, that
your ass already, you trying to book celebrity MMA? Your ass already, you trying to get that fucking Jake Paul money, right?
There's actually a couple guys around here that actually do tattooing, that actually do a lot of MMA around here, man. So it would be cool to do like a something like that, and they also have the black tie boxing that they do at the beginning of the year, and that sometimes they do a celebrity type thing. I think they did some with the firefighters.
Yeah, they do it like that.
They had like two firefighters from two different departments or two different places do it, or you know what I'm saying. So they already do like a local celebrity type thing, but nobody's done it with tattooers, and it don't even have to be a tattooer. It could be, you know what I'm saying, anybody in the city that has a business that wants to,
Leon, I've got to fight, dude. I got to fight. You and Dotson in a cage. You and Dotson in a cage. Celebrity fight, man. I think
Dotson wouldn't want to fight me, bro. I'll fucking tear him a new ass up. He better stay to pro wrestling.
Man, that'd be a fight to see, though. Everybody in the wrestling community would definitely come buy tickets to it.
No, that would be definitely be one for the books, man. That is true. That is true. There's actually a couple of guys that are in the wrestling world that's done MMA. Like Tattoo has, I believe he has. I've seen something about him doing cage fighting a couple of times. So,
Carl Claps fought a couple of times in the cage, a few times.
Yep, Carl's.
Hey, that's something there, man. I mean, honestly, that's something that it sounds like to me you want to do some of this, but you want to do some fun stuff. Be able to play with it a little bit.
Win loss for me, you know what I'm saying, but doing something like that more or less to get my attention than somebody saying, "Hey, I want to fight you." Man, if I would have won, we had some plans, you know what I'm saying, and that we would have stuck to. So, not saying that this detours what our plans are, because you never say never. You know what I'm saying? Even in the wrestling world, you never say it in the MMA world, because here I am 13 years later fighting in the damn cage against some young bucks, So if something arose, my attention, you know what I'm saying, somebody, and he, we got a good opponent or something, or the kid wants to run it back again, you know what I'm saying, that kind of arouses me, but I don't want to say that I'm officially going to be an MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think we all kind of
don't get me wrong. I really fucking love fighting. But we did a SGKO event like 2.5 months ago. we had probably 70, 80 people up in there, man. Had some strippers and shit. And
sounds like my kind of event.
Hey,
It sounds like
I'm
my
gonna tell you
event,
what,
Jed. I'll be honest with you.
It was probably, and it's just like a little tough man competition. You know what I'm saying? It ain't on what their own level. Hub City MMA is on this type of level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That would be dope to have SGKO there, but you know, just for some of the guys that want to do it, but you know what I'm saying, want to do it for fun. That's where we're at with it, and we did one like 2 months ago, dude. And we had 5, 6 fights.
You have one next weekend?
No, we postponed it because it's landed on the same weekend that they're doing a community thing. So we got some more things in the works with SGKO. So you know, like I told Ryan that I would like for me and him to do something in the city together. So he was like, man, that'd be dope. So maybe you never know where the future may lead. So if Ryan could help me lead me to where I would like to go with SGKO, you know what I'm saying? So that maybe he could assist some of the things that I need to do to make it where I could promote it in a way, you know what I'm saying? Because right now I can't make fucking flyers like they do and promote it like that. It's me and my friends just do it, you know what I'm saying? And we tell our friends, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it is. I can't really like throw it out there, and so it's a you know, fine line that I gotta follow with SGKO. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a party than anything, and we get more sparring than anything because nothing lasts past the first round, and you know what I'm saying. Nobody gets beat up because we all got jobs the next day. You know what I'm saying? So we're just out there having fun. So yeah, man, we got that going, and so I'm not gonna say that I won't do it again. I'm just gonna say that right now, you know, so it took me some time to rethink my mind on where I'm at mentally with fighting because, like I said, I stayed in my house for 3 days, didn't go nowhere because I stayed on a bunch of what ifs. What if I would have done this, and what if I would have done that? And I ain't the type of motherfucker that lives like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so, the most important what if you got by was the what if I had a done it. You did it. Forget the outcome. You did it. The biggest what if you'd ever faced was what if I had a done it. You never know until you do, dude. And that's why we love you, man. I'm just telling you. You're a baby face all the way around. Wayne, let me ask you this. He is interested. It sounds like if he got a rematch with this kid, he's all in on that. If you did get a rematch, how long of a training camp would you want Jet to actually have? And would we do it at the same weight class, or would y'all prefer to do it at a slightly different weight class? Because he's a big kid. You know, he can hit several different weight classes. So
right. I would like to say it's the same weight class. I'd like to be at 170 instead of 75. And I mean, I can get the rematch. All I had to do was ask him because I'm friends with their coach over there and that whole Dogwood clan, like I said. So, I mean, I can set it up. It's just if he wants to do it. He's got to let me know that he wants to do it and win.
Right. Jed, if you decided you did want to take this rematch, how long would you actually want to train before you actually had this fight?
We would go right back into training and run it the next show. You know what I'm saying?
We get 3 months. We get 3 months.
Their next event's like October 25th or something like that. So, yeah, I would want to run it back immediately. I wouldn't give him no time to recuperate or anything, and I would just start pushing the training a little harder. And actually, we pushed it pretty hard, man. We were hitting it pretty fucking hard multiple times a week. So, just stick to that program and just stay in my head about staying away from the leaning part where I lean my head down and really just cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Well, the breathing comes with it. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes you can have the best fucking cardio in the world and go in there and forget to breathe because you're fucking throwing fire punches. You know what I'm saying? I've seen big guys gas out in the first 3 minutes on UFC. You know what I'm saying? So even trained professionals that do that shit on a daily basis, they still get tired too. that's part of the mental game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the mental game is to make sure that I just keep telling myself to breathe.
Right. So look, we're fixing to jump out of MMA for just a second here in a minute. Big show coming up August 1st for PKAW in Brownsville.
Yeah.
Not just a regular show. It's actually your dad's birthday bash. So let's pull this up and then we'll come back to MMA for just a second and then I'll get you guys out of here. Let me pull this let me get us resituated so I can pull this graphic up. There we go. So talk to us about this PKAW card here. It's PK Ripper's birthday bash, man. It's a big event.
Hey,
tell us about it.
You know, man, the last show for PKAW landed on July 4th. So we didn't want to compete with the holiday, being that, Brownsville and Jackson Brownsville, I don't know about Brownsville, but I know Jackson just released the law limit deal where they actually sold fireworks in the city limits and you were able to shoot them and stuff. So that was a big thing for Jackson because we haven't been able to do that in years here. So there was no way that I was going to try to compete against Brownsville and Jackson being able to have a limited fireworks and shooting. So
right.
Me and my dad discussed it, and my dad got with the other guys in the office, and they ran it through, and they were like, "Well, what do you think about?" Which I man, my biggest thing is I hate postponing shows, but
right,
we had to postpone it due to that. But it led us to this show, which gave me time to put my mind on things because the fight's over and whatnot, and my dad and you know, my dad hasn't been in the wrestling world in over 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Like PK Ripper hasn't been seen in the wrestling world in 8 years. So this is a big thing, man. I think him actually dressing out and being PK Ripper and not, you know what I'm saying, the booker or
right.
the guy in the back running shit, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? So this is you know, kind of to bring him back into the fold. Realistically, I'm pressuring his ass, you know. But yeah, man, it landed on his birthday, dude. So it was like it was one of them things. It landed on his birthday. We haven't seen him in 8 years, so having PK Ripper dress out, hang out with the kids, do a birthday bash. So make sure y'all bring the kids out, man. The main thing is that this is a birthday bash, and we're gonna throw down afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So any of the guys, the boys that ain't working that want to come and hang out and shit with PK, and you know what I'm saying, on a birthday bash, we're gonna have a little party for them afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Once the show's over, we're gonna try to get to it. So man, I think pulling him back into the fold, making him come out of retirement or whatever you want to call it, it's just going to be beneficial to PKAW.
All right, now you saying this like this is going to be a regular thing, like he's coming back to the business. Is that happening, or is it a one-time deal?
Look, I feel like you know, man, we had that weird fucking deal, man, that we had done been, me and him were tag teaming and we were been around and we done worked everybody, and I broke my arm. And when I broke my arm, man, that kind of, you know what I'm saying, he kind of quit running around and doing shows, and then I healed up, and I actually didn't work no shows, man, once my arm healed for a minute. And then the first show back I worked, me and my dad actually worked for Ty Curry. They had a show over in Brownsville years ago for a GMF show, and we went over there and worked for them. And that was the first time my dad had worked in a couple months, man. And after that show, we didn't work again until a benefit show for Chris Styles over in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So, and then my dad didn't even work that show. I worked it, and so he kind of fell out, and I was only doing benefit shows and working for Mike Reels when Reels had a show here and there. So he kind of fell out. So I think this birthday bash and kind of push him back into the scene, make him dress out, fucking put the hair up, put the mask on, you know what I'm saying? Dust the boots off.
He gonna dye this hair because I noticed it was all gray and white, man.
He's getting older, man. And it's kind of like one of them things, man, that my kids are growing up, and my son's 8, about to be 9, and my stepson's he's 15, about to be 16, and he's already training. He's really good, man. He's just real thin right now. He's little right now. He's 6'2", but he's 125 pounds. So we're trying to put some.
He's a beanpole.
Yeah, he's a beanpole, but he could do a front flip and land on his feet. You know what I'm saying? Standing on his feet. You know what I'm saying? So he's at 6'2", and you could do a front flip and land on your feet. You know what I'm saying? He's good and athletic. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I think putting some weight on him, and if he can keep kind of that movement, man, not necessarily a high flyer, but man, just to be able to move as a 6'2", you know what I'm saying, 200, 215 on his weight, muscled up. Dude, I think he'll be a beast when he hits 18, 19. So, that's to keep that going and get my kids prepared for the next generation of wrestlers. I need my dad to, show, man, my son didn't even know, man, my dad tagged, bro. That lets you know that he didn't even know, man. That's how long it's been since, man, my son's 8 years old. My dad hasn't been in the ring in 8 years. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know me and my dad wrestled together as a tag team, and he didn't even know that my dad was a wrestler. He knew I was a wrestler, but he didn't know his granddad was PK Ripper. So I think to keep what I want going, I'm gonna have to push his ass, man. You know what I'm saying? And if we got to beat his ass back into the wrestling world, I'm gonna need a couple of guys to step their asses up and, you know what I'm saying, help me push him into where I need his ass to be.
Right. So let me ask you something, Jet. I got a couple of questions, and we'll let everybody get out of here. We talked to Wayne at the first of the show about what it was like for him to watch his son compete. I want to know what it was like for you, man. What did your kids think about you stepping in the cage? Because when we did the pre-fight podcast, that was one of your main things. You wanted your kids to see you do this no matter what. So they knew it wasn't one of them, I could have been this, I could have done that. So talk to me about your kids, man, after the fight.
The kids, man, they played a big part in it, man. My old lady being there, the kids, my little son didn't come, but my two oldest ones, they came, and they to experience something like that's a little realer than wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It made them a little nervous, but all in all, they were there cheering me on, and when they said my name, I could hear where they were. You know what I'm saying? So that having, and I'm gonna say this because this is a big factor, is that having people there, and I seen it, I felt it. In wrestling, man, you're the baby face or you're the heel, no matter what, you get them goosebumps, and you get that inside feeling from the crowd screaming at you. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know if anybody was even going to cheer for me out there. You know what I'm saying? But my section with War King, you know what I'm saying? We had a whole fucking area over there, dude. And when they screamed, I knew exactly where they were, who they were. You know what I'm saying? I even heard Caitlin. You know what I'm saying? Like, Caitlin is his brother's wife, man. And dude, she even came all the way from like Nashville area down to watch the fights and stuff, man. So to have people come and support, have my kids there screaming, I could hear them do that. That's what sucked all them nerves right out of me and allowed me to do it. But in the same sense, made them a little nervous. My old lady was speechless. She didn't even, like his old lady had to go up and get her and like, hey, everything's cool, everything's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's over. The fight's over. Because she was like, you know, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Because where they were actually sitting was a blind spot because the camera guy was there sitting on the top of the cage, you know what I'm saying, recording over the top of the cage. So they didn't actually see what happened. And then they see me sit down because right after he choked me, I sat down and I was like, damn, he got me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, did I just fucking lose to a big brother move? Like, that's what you do as a big brother to your little brothers. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do to them, and I lost to that. So I was a little disappointed right there, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I for sure thought I at least got knocked out before I got fucking caught in the goddamn guillotine. But I did. I got caught. It was a slip up, and, you know, I paid for it. But having my kids there, seeing me do that, seeing that in life, no matter what, how old you are right here, right now, I'm telling you, man, I wanted to do it, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? And win or lose, that never played a factor to this. Having my kids there, seeing that, hey, their dad can fucking go fight a fucking kid, even though, you know, he probably shouldn't be because he's old as hell and he's got gray hair. You know what I'm saying? They still seen that I didn't let, you know, age limit stopped me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, you know, I don't have as good of fighting skills as a lot of people, but I still have good fighting skills. You know what I'm saying? And I like to fight. So,
you had that heart, Jet, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what they seen. Win, lose, or draw, they seen you had the guts to step in there. That's what matters, man.
What it is, you know what I'm saying? Even at a scariest, like, man, besides getting stabbed or shot, the next scariest thing in life is being locked into a cage knowing that another motherfucker's standing across from you in less than a 20-foot span, knowing that he's been training to knock you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has to be up there with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you take away the actual gun knife scenario, like, that has to be like one of the scariest, you know what I'm saying, thoughts to say. You know, he could really knock me out and hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the ref did get to me, fucking hammer fist me 5 times, broke my jaw? But, you know, so you got real. That's real live action, man. You can't fake it. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody ever say that I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people was like, because I talked some shit a couple years ago, and they was like, oh, you'll never step back in the cage, motherfucker. You talk a lot of shit, but you don't get in there and fight. Well, I did. You know
and that's what separates you, though. That's what separates you. Like we were talking before we went on the air. There's a lot of fake in the world today. There's a lot of people that say a lot of shit and don't believe none of it when it really gets down to it. And that's what makes you likable. You do what the fuck you say you're going to do, Jet. And it's as simple as that, man. That's why I have a ton of respect for you. And I mean, honestly, me and you hadn't known each other, what, maybe 2 years now?
Yeah.
You know, I knew your dad, but me and you just kind of met 2 years ago. But if you talk that shit, you're willing to back it up, and that's important. And I got one quick hypothetical. You want celebrity fights, these real entertaining fights. You've mentioned this guy. He's been mentioned on both of the podcasts we've done about MMA. We've had a little laugh about it at times. All right, you get that call. You got a chance to go in the cage, CM Punk and you. Talk to me about it, man.
I'm demolishing CM Punk, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I love CM Punk as a wrestler, what he's done for the wrestling world, and you know, he's got bad. Some people don't like him, some people do like him, but in the MMA world, hands down, he probably should have never stepped in the cage.
Well, here's the thing. You two guys are kind of similar to you and your last opponents, Rocky, because I want to say CM Punk's probably about 46 or 7. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
so
you're older.
You're 36, but you get this call, and it's $1 million payday. Win, lose, or draw.
I'm taking it.
Coach, what's your thoughts about that?
Oh, yeah, we taking that fight.
I'm telling you.
100.
I'm telling you, look, man. I actually just recently watched that fight. For some reason, it was weird that you said that, but it was on Facebook not too long ago. And just his leg kicks that he was doing and stuff, man, like you could tell, like he wasn't Brock Lesnar. You can't. Not everybody could come out of the MMA world and out of the wrestling world into the MMA world and be Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? And
he was fire until that door shut and that referee said, "Let's get it on." And you could see it in his eyes immediately. You could start seeing the second guessing himself. And I could see fear, too, to be honest with you. You could see that, oh, shit, man. Of course, from his perspective, you'd have to do it because, hell, he made a ton of money for just that. That first fight, he made a shit ton of money for. Win, lose, or draw, it don't matter. But you could see in that very first fight when that damn referee said, "Let's get it on," and got out of the way and it was time, his eyes got about that big around in that cage, and you could see that he was out of his element big time. And I'm a big CM Punk fan too as far as wrestling. He's outspoken. He says what he believes in. But, it's hard to be, at that time, he was probably, 35 or 40, trying to step in the cage. You've never done none of this shit. And you're going against these young guys that they've grown up. That's all they've done is trained MMA.
Straight up.
And here's the thing, just like we said about you.
Fights in. Like, he didn't even go to no, like, smaller promotions. He went straight to...
Well, that would have killed that UFC payday. He'd have got his ass beat up before he ever got there. Then Dana White would have canceled that check, man. He said, Dana would have been like, "I don't think we're going to be able to do this, man."
Yeah, you're right about that.
But, hey, just like you got to give that motherfucker the credit for actually having the guts to step in that cage.
He didn't fight no slouches either.
I think he got in there twice.
He got in there twice. He didn't fight no slouches either. You know what I'm saying? One of them was like Ben Askren, wasn't it?
I can't remember who the first one was.
Wasn't it Ben Askren? One of them?
The second one.
One of them was Mike Jackson, and another one was the first one, Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall, that's what it was.
Boy, Mickey Gall played with CM Punk.
Yes, that's what it was.
Oh yeah, you knew when I seen that matchup and seen them face off and stuff, I knew immediately. I told my old lady that this fucking kid's finna fuck Punk up. There ain't no way around it. He gonna fuck him up, man.
Yeah.
And Mickey Gall just seemed to drop off the radar after that. It was like it was a big fight, but it almost like it ruined it kind of maybe ruined him for people or something.
Rumor has it Dana White let him go because of that fight, because he was messing around, screwing around, and not actually doing something. Rumor has it Dana cut him after that.
I can see that. I can see that because he was kind of toying with Punk. There ain't no doubt about that, man.
He finished that fight so long ago, but he drug it on, and Dana did not like that. Rumor has it Dana gave him his pink slip after that fight.
I can see that. Guys, look, before we get out of here, I want you guys to promote anything you want to promote, anything you need to promote, anything you got coming up, MMA or wrestling, Jet. Wayne, any fights, any things you got coming up, you want to promote them. I don't care what it is, man.
All right, man, shout out to Kobra for letting us do our thing over there. Hub City MMA, October 25th. You do have somebody that is lined up.
I got Kevin Mormath and Tannis Bowers Jr. from Working on that card.
They are going to be on the card. They don't like to release matchup dates until they get everything locked in place. And,
right.
But those two are locked in, and like I said, in the next week or two, I'll know where I stand and if I'm gonna get locked in, because, like you said, we at least want 3 months to kind of prepare. So we're gonna make plans and figure out where we move forward on that. And anybody that watches this, you want to sponsor a couple of fighters, man, these guys are good guys. This is the thing about amateur MMA, is it's just as bad as pro wrestling. Besides, you make nothing. You know what I'm saying? You get zero. Like,
you make almost nothing at pro wrestling.
You make almost nothing in pro wrestling, but here you absolutely make nothing. Anybody that's looking to sponsor War King and these guys in their journey to get through the camp, man, because I did things a little differently. I did get some sponsors, but it helped pay for the camp. And you know, I had to buy a lot of shit, you know, so to get prepared. You know, these guys, they already got their gloves and, you know, but they still need supplements to help with getting to gyms. And, you know what I'm saying? So, man, if y'all want to sponsor these guys, y'all make sure y'all get War King. It's on Facebook. You can join the Facebook group. You can do messaging into War King. He checks it, you know what I'm saying? He'll respond to you on there, get you the tiers, because there's different tiers for different things, you know what I'm saying? And, man, y'all make sure if y'all want to sponsor a fighter in the MMA world, y'all get with them, man, because these guys make nothing. I made nothing. We did what we had to do, and, you know, supplements are not cheap. I actually did this fight strictly raw. No supplements, no. I didn't even take pre-workouts for anything that I did. When I went to the gym, I did it strictly off of my raw energy. When I went to the gym with them, man, I stick to no supplements just to see how I stood as me. You know what I'm saying? But these guys that are doing it like these guys, they need supplements. They need the gym time. They need other training. So, man, y'all help them out, sponsor them. Y'all get put on things, man. Hopefully it helps grow your business, helps grow them. So, War King on Facebook. You know, make sure y'all holler at them if y'all trying to do any sponsorship. And other than that, man, we got PKAW August 1st, PK River Bash. Y'all come hang out with PK. We might pie his ass and throw some cake at him or something. You know what I'm saying? Independent heroes will be there. So, you know, we're going to cause havoc some way or another, you know. So make sure y'all come check us out. And, man, other than that, y'all come get a tattoo at the tattoo station.
There you go. Wayne, you got anything you want to plug, man?
No, man, I'm good. He did it for me.
That's what I was going to say. Jet plugged everything.
Hey, man, I tried it. Sometimes it's, you know, he probably would have said a lot of that stuff, but I wanted to really note in a lot of things, so I try to repeat like key things of like how motherfuckers really make $0. You know what I'm saying? So next time, dude, I'm not even lying. I'm taking all kind of supplements. So
you gonna get gassed up on the supplements,
roids and all, bro. Like,
hey, you gonna be in there. You gonna be in there hitting that Rocky at 6 a.m, drinking them 6 raw eggs and shit.
You know, they say, you know, a lot of these kids, you know, the amateur scene don't get drug tested like that. So, you know, you never know about these kids, man. They could have been fucking roided up. That's why he was so strong. You know?
Now, I don't believe that with Jet. We don't want to start spreading those rumors, man. No. We don't want to spread that, man.
I'm just kidding.
Guys,
man.
Go ahead,
I appreciate you having us on the show, man.
Yes.
Dude, I thank you guys so much. I'm a huge MMA fan, man. I was really big into it until I got back into wrestling, and I ain't been able to follow it as heavy as I did for the last 4 years. But, man, in between the time I was out of the wrestling business to the time I started back, I didn't watch much wrestling at all. It was all MMA. I'm a huge MMA guy, man. I love it. And I thank you guys so much. And Wayne, like I said, anytime you guys, any fights coming up, if you want to get some of your young guys on here or any of your guys, period, before your fights, just let me know, man. We'll make it happen, even if we got to do 2 podcasts in one day, man.
That'll work. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Jet.
And also, just you know, put everybody on notice. Your boy got his blood work done. I'll be getting my Missouri license here real soon, this week, to be exact about it. And I heard there's a new UWA heavyweight championship floating around. And,
hey, it's billed as a world heavyweight championship too. UWA world heavyweight champion.
You know, and you know, just so happened that I see it on a guy that maybe I had some run-ins with. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you ready, Buster, Jet Hero needs to come join you on a podcast so he can address this UWA World Heavyweight Championship that he didn't even get invited to. So you just let me know a date. We can do it.
Hey, man,
real soon.
I love the idea of that matchup, man. Last night, Bullwhip Ballard became the first ever UWA World Heavyweight Champion. Bullwhip's out here doing some big things in some bigger companies. You're going to be seeing him on bigger stages, but I love that matchup. That's what wrestling's all about. Take something that's real and turn it into something that makes people want to come see it. Reality sells. You two guys got real heat. I'd love to see that matchup. Y'all got my money if it happens. I can promise you that.
Yeah, and I think even people that known how things went down and shit, that they would tune in to see how things go down in that ring once we step back in there again. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how it is. You know, I live on them old school rules, so he's gonna have to get a couple taters before he gets the respect back. You know what I'm saying? I own a couple. You know,
right?
So, Bullwhip Ballard, you hanging out with my UWA World Heavyweight Championship right now, but Jet Hero, I might even drop a promo on him tomorrow. You never know about me, so you better get me on your podcast before I say something that you could have had as a short, you know.
Dude, you just let me know, man. Anytime I bring you on, I don't never know what the fuck you're going to say anyway, man. Nobody does. Guys, I appreciate both of y'all so much for coming on. And both you guys, Wayne, I wish you all the luck with your MMA, War Kings. Your son, man, I'm anxious to see him keep progressing. All your students. Leon, same thing with you. I'm finna start making some phone calls and putting some shit out there. I'm gonna get you that CM Punk fight. Only difference, hey, I'm gonna need 25% of that PO, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Guys, y'all have a great night.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all, that was it right there. No guts, no glory. Leon Kellum, the aftermath of the fight. We showed the fight. Once again, I want to send a special thanks to Knuckle Sandwich Productions, the Knuckle Sandwich Podcast with Brandon Anderson, and the Knuckle Sandwich YouTube channel. If you guys are into MMA, go check this guy out. Go find the Knuckle Sandwich Facebook page. Go to their YouTube channel and subscribe and check out their content. Got a ton of content, ton of great content. I thank these guys so much for allowing us to show this fight. Guys, I will be back Tuesday night with the GOAT, the greatest of all time, K-Swiss, 7 o'clock. You do not want to miss it. You know I got to promote these podcasts, and then we'll get you guys out of here.
You don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me, cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet under.
I'm ostracized and traumatized by everything I'm not. Alright, I'm lost inside, and anything I say you better listen up closely. Mostly, I'm the one and only. Bring it home slowly, hand your boy the trophy. Patience is holy moly. I got him hating on me like Michael hates Toby. Force like I'm Obi, you know the one Kenobi. Force fed baloney by phonies. Just wanna rule the world, call me Mr. Steel Girl. Easy gave me the referral, now he's worried about a jail. Yeah, coming out strong, I've been here for a long time. Started off online, finish off all time. They can call me crazy cause I rap like I got rabies. I'm confident, not lazy, and I'm dominating lately. She want me like some pastries, I'ma give it to these ladies like I'm Hector in my 80s. Still I'm pushing up daisies.
Don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me, cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet. Don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me, cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet.
I can taste it, I'm fading. Why am I still waiting? What are y'all debating? It's really irritating. You hear what I'm saying? Fear got him shaking. You won't ever find a fucker like me in the making. Bite me and you'll break him. Your teeth will be vacant. I don't need to be patient, man. I breed entertainment from the streets, not the basement. Oh, see, I've been baking like your mama's casserole. She makes me. I turn on the radio when you hear some shit. Your throat all slit if you don't post this, and I won't be missed. Hell no, I'm pissed. I'm the only rapper in this game worth shit. I go it on my own, don't need nobody's help. I do it all alone, I'ma do it by myself. All these lyrics on my own, you won't put me on the shelf. Every punch that I throw, I can send your ass to hell. Better run, bitch, down
with me. Don't wanna test your luck with
no,
me.
You don't wanna fuck with
Cause if you try to fuck with me,
that's right.
I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard. 6 feet, don't wanna fuck with me.
All right, y'all, you seen it right there. Got a ton of good podcasts. Be sure to check them out. Once again, I want to thank Leon and Wayne for coming on, talking to us about the fight, giving us their insights. I appreciate each and every one of you who tuned in, watched, and commented and interacted. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. I'm back. Do not miss it. Till then, guys, y'all take it.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.